All right, folks, welcome back. This is the cover of Tennis Magazine that hits newsstands on the 14th, so next week. That is the cover. So tennis coming to the kitchen line. I love it. I love the merger of these two current fantastic sports coming together. I had the absolute privilege to be able to write for this magazine, to interview Ben for the cover story, and this is truly two sports that are finding the way to complement each other, and it is great. And today at 2 o'clock, our semifinals will be on Tennis Channel. So Tennis Channel, Tennis Magazine, Pickleball, PPA, the top players in the world all coming together, and there's so much to be gained from these two sports propelling each other forward, and I love that it is coming together in such a beautiful way. So go grab a copy. There are articles on tennis.com right now if you want to check out some of that content. So let's get to the court. We've got the 3 seed, Tyson McGuffin and Jocelyn DeVilliers, playing the 16 seed. That's Jack Oxler returning. Let's play pickleball. And the DeVilliers volley sails a bit deep. Oxler's partner is Alvaro Taron. He's from Spain, tennis player all his life, now found pickleball. And look at Oxler read that. So when there's a ball off the tape, oftentimes a player will come back up the line. Oxler is quick. He will be all over the court covering it, and great read there to get the first point. Look at Taron. Oxler is fast enough to track that down, but Taron saw an opportunity to try and help his partner out. Didn't work out that time. That just sails a bit deep. So how did Oxler and Taron become partners? Well, the obvious way. They met at Atlanta and said, hey, let's play a tournament. That's literally the story. So they're out here having some fun together. Oxler shakes his head as he knows he left one up, and the Flying Frenchman wasn't able to finish that one. Oh, between the legs from DeVilliers. You want to win this point now, so the highlight plays, and they do. So the magic of DeVilliers, tall but so athletic, can manipulate not just the paddle but his body to get into places to strike it well. That time he chose between the legs. Taron leaves that up, and McGuffin quickly squashes. Mark Thomas, the referee for this match. Oh, Taron is on the ground. Let's make sure he's okay. I think he just got wrong-footed and tried to sneak back into the court. Gives a thumbs up. And DeVilliers looking to step in there, got up and behind him, and that's a hard ball to hit down on. You want that paddle out in front on a shake and bake. That was all set up by a great return by Taron. Ooh. Oxler tries to run around the forehand, and people typically go inside out back cross court there. He tried to go inside in down the line, but pulled it just a bit wide. Oxler, part of the chicken and pickle family. He's been there for a long time. Great teacher, great student of the game, and very accomplished player, as you can see. Taron just not quite set coming in. That's a ball you want to reset in the kitchen and then find a better one. McGuffin on the loose there, and people that hold that backhand favored paddle position, you want to attack them on the right side. Find that paddle side hip. Nice job by Oxler to start that, and really like this finish by Tyrone there. That is a tough ball to handle with pace and direction. Let's see if Oxler and Tyrone can get going. Again, Alvaro Tyrone, the Spaniard. "10 months of pickleball in his experience." Oftentimes you're like, oh, my partner didn't make that last shot. Well, Oxler knows it was his high balls before that triggered the problem for Tyrone, and they're going to try Alvaro on the left side here. See how that goes. And DeVilliers gets tagged only because it kissed off the tape. It still gives you confidence when you switch sides. Oh, and Oxler goes for the little floaty serve. And that volley sails deep. And the side switch, meaning who's covering what side of the court, has produced a couple points for Oxler and Tyrone. And Oxler is attacking anything that is up even a little bit, even in the yellow zone, as we call it, that is not an obvious place to attack. And I like it. Take it to this higher seed. You're the 16. Bring it. And Tyrone left a problem up. This ball was heading down, but it was able to get there so quick. Oftentimes you know better than your partner where your problem is and where it's likely to come next. Tyrone cleans up his own garbage there and probably took the recycles out as well. We saw Tyler Leung earlier today. Another classic Ernie player on the PPA Tour would be Mr. DeVilliers. Got that length and athleticism. Folks, we're 5 apiece here, though. Tyrone got one to slide over that C&D pickleball net, but not the next one. And there's a beautiful look at what an Ernie looks like straight down the net. And that is all set up by a terrific serve. So the serve is the only spot and the only shot on the court that you can practice without a partner. Take balls out to the court and work on it. Depth is huge. You saw it there. It's another great deep serve. It's a great deep return. And then a little indecision on whose ball in the middle, and 3 quick ones take a tie game to a 3-point lead. So McGuffin and DeVilliers pushed to 5-all, and then some deep serving, able to get that lead back up to 3. So we'll be back with the conclusion of game number 1. You are watching the PPA Tour. And there you see the feet of the Flying Frenchmen that have been leaping over the kitchen line with those classic Ernies. McGuffin unable to handle that ball in the midcourt. Timeout gets 1 stop. Can they get a second? Oxler can't quite push it deep, and we're at 9-5. DeVilliers drive well deep and wide, and let's see if Tyrone and Oxler can get another run going. They are going to put Tyrone on the left side. That's how they got the run the last time. So not that they asked me, but I couldn't agree more with that choice. Tyrone unable to handle that ball in the midcourt off the half volley. And again, DeVilliers just takes that ball that is usually where you want to put it, you know, find that backhand side on the left side player, but if you're able to earn it, it goes away. Oh, and Tyrone tried to show a slice and then flick it. Little question for Thomas there. Mark Thomas, our referee, is who I'm referring to. Oh my, Jack Oxler, dirty. Look at this little half volley catching Jocelyn DeVilliers going for a poach. That is nice. On game point down too. Second chance to close out game number 1. And you cannot set the ball to your partner here in pickleball, so that shot is a no-go. So 2 game points saved. Can Tyrone and Oxler make a little run here? Now Alvaro Tyrone just blasting ground strokes. You can see the tennis in his body for sure from that. Great get by Tyrone there, but Oxler tried the little flick up at the body of Jocelyn DeVilliers. That's what you want to do with a taller opponent. Third try at game number 1 for the 3 seed. And Tyrone unable to handle that big rip from McGuffin. So Tyrone and Oxler had a nice little run to get it to 5-all, but the next 6 go to McGuffin and DeVilliers. We're in the second round here, folks. Men's and women's doubles all day. The ladies will start a little later. What a view, what a setting, what great pickleball. We'll be back with game 2. Dave Fleming here with you at the Select Medical Orange County Cup. Game 2 about to get underway. Oxler and Tyrone dropping game 1. Jack Oxler to serve. Just not able to get the ball to bounce. That's the difference here. Those that can make the ball bounce can get to the kitchen line and then work a point. That's a nice handle and actually a good drop by McGuffin there. Good shot by Oxler catching McGuffin in the transition. There's a slight breeze in the face of McGuffin and DeVilliers. You see him trying to get those legs moving. Everybody has their little routine after they leave a third short. Some like to stare at the paddle and blame it. Falcon was not blamed in the course of that missed third. And again, DeVilliers just will not let you dink up the line. Good night. I love the first two-handed backhand there by Tyrone. I do not like the second one, and I'm somebody who loves two-handed backhands, but you got to drop that next one into the kitchen and then work the point and find something. But I think Tyrone is a great example of what's going to keep coming into our sport. Tennis and other athletes who want to be a part of this. And that is a wicked finish by Tyrone there. Reaching in, everything out in front and down. Great ball by Alvaro Tyrone. just late coming back and filling that in. So Terron will learn that on that two-handed backhand down the line, that is the job of that side player to cover down the line. Oxler gets caught in the Paddle Tech advertising and is kind enough to straighten that out for us. Thank you, Jack. We'll not going to be able to pay you for that service. What a get by de Villiers. What a get by Oxler. Just wide, though. Another big serve there. Set up a great opportunity. And Terron unable to handle that midcourt ball. That's the place to drill, folks. Just have your playing partner hit a ton of balls at your feet and get used to bringing that ball down. McGuffin takes a big crack at a ball coming at him fast. Just not worried about that at all. And there it is again. And lather, rinse, Ernie, repeat. And Oxler, Terron, going to call timeout. Oxler's got to take that down the line dink out of his game, or it's going to just keep being Ernie Fest with a little French twist. Great crowd here at the Select Medical Orange County Cup, and they just keep filling in. Ladies will start later. Guys are on the court now. What a day for pickleball. We'll be right back with the rest of game number 2. So quick timeout there by Oxler and Terron. And love the idea there by Terron. Just got to leave yourself a little margin. And again, set up the second ball. Don't hit a winner on the first ball. Get McGuffin moving. Really like that deep slice backhand return that Terron has shown all day. Really difficult first volley there by de Villiers on the full stretch, but then able to have the paddle out in front for the next one. That's the difference. Paddle up, folks. Nice job by McGuffin of getting his partner out of trouble by taking that first ball. Oxler thought he saw an opening, but then pulls it into the net. Really nice punch volley by Terron there. Oh, and even the net is favoring the 3 seed here as that clipped over. Oxler, with his phenomenal foot speed, is able to get there, but has no angle to flick it back over the top. And Terron trying to find it, frustrated that that drive caught the tape. Again, that backhand punch volley from Terron. Down, struck hard. Really like it. And you've heard about chicken wings, and if you go to a sports bar, you love to eat them. In pickleball, that is when you find the paddle side hip of a right-handed player, so the right side of their body, and they try to defend it with their backhand. You just can't get the paddle to the right spot. Your elbow ends up getting stuck out, and that is the chicken wing position. Not a good one to be in. There you see the two-handed backhand hit by Oxler. The hard part about that, if you're not quick with it, is if somebody in front of you is punching away, you've got to reload that full swing. Oxler late. Oh my. And DeVilliers able to handle a difficult ball and flick it into the open court. That is pretty. Nice ball from Oxler there, again finding the feet of McGuffin. Hit for that S in Skechers on his shoes. Just wide. And if somebody's been earning you all day, guess what? When they jump over there, throw it over their heads. Great job by Oxler there. Heard Oxler give two different signals to Terone there. Go, out. Terone already in full flight. See the tennis background there. That's a big overhead. Couple nice points in a row from Oxler and Terone. Oh, little paddle clankage for McGuffin and DeVilliers. Oh, just the touch of the flying Frenchman. He can also be just so delicate. Look at that. Just drops it on the pillow. Beautiful job by DeVilliers. And that is a spot that is also open when someone is earning, but it's the pressure that that puts on you, and then you try to find that opening. And that will do it, folks. So DeVilliers and McGuffin just too sharp, too earny, and too much for Terone and Oxler. The duo that found themselves in Atlanta. Again, I really like these new players coming in here, and there's some nice balls off the Terone paddle, but ultimately just too much of the variety and experience of the 3 seeds. So McGuffin, DeVilliers, moving on. Next up, we're going to have a new pair out here on center court. They usually play with a family member, but today they're going to play together. Colin Johns is going to be playing with A.J. Kohler. So A.J.'s not playing with cousin Thomas, and Colin is not playing with little brother Ben today, but they are the 2 seed. We'll see if they can find quick chemistry right after this.